beginning this financial year, the Ministry of ICT was given the responsibility to manage the consolidated ICT procurement, the procurement of all ICT equipment within government. And there were a couple of reasons as to why the government thought it wise that issues relating to procurement of ICT was to be done from a centralized position. Technically, one of them being on the issues of we needed to leverage on economy of scales based on bulk procurement. There is the risk of security breaches when you have entities procuring ICT equipment that do not meet international standards, and also even on the side of having softwares also that actually are more vulnerable. And we really welcome the intervention that the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has brought, because like they always say, prevention is better than cure. We want to also, we are committed to the fact that we also want to have our systems right. And being the first time we are venturing into this, our partnership with the ESCC is very important to ensure that we get our acts together as early as possible, so that, like they always say, we don't get to the stage of curative, but actually we prevent any act of or any loopholes that exist that will perpetuate any act of corruption. So to us, corruption prevention here is very important. So I also appreciate the fact that we are going to have a report that will also guide us into ensuring how do we improve our systems, how do we make our systems better. That is really a very welcome initiative. And beyond that, we're also saying we want to continue with the spirit of collaboration. I think I want to say that this is most welcome, and we are really ready and willing to work together. All the departments, you can clearly see I've brought in all the department heads, all the people involved in the cycle, right from the people who are making the requisition, the people who are making the payment, me included as the accounting officer. The full team is here, and I am committing that we are going to work together to ensure that the fight on corruption is won, and it is won together with us as a team.
After the examination, ESCC will prepare a report of findings with recommendations on measures that should be implemented to seal the identified loopholes and address the weaknesses in the system. After which, a report of findings and recommendations will be prepared and presented to the ministry. After the presentation of that report, the ministry will be expected to develop and submit to the Commission an implementation matrix which will outline how the recommendations made on the identified loopholes and systemic weaknesses will be addressed. The Commission will partner with the Ministry in monitoring the progress of the implementation of the report. In conclusion, I request the Ministry and various stakeholders to support the examination team right from the beginning, and we've seen very good signs, even right here where we are, up to the conclusion of this.
I'm happy to be here today as we launch the examination into the systems, policies, procedures, and practices of centralized procurement of ICT equipment and services by the Ministry of Information, Communication Technology. This examination exercise is in fulfillment of the Commission's preventive mandate as stipulated under Section 11 of the Anti-Corruption Commission Act of 2011, which provides that, on its own initiative, the Commission may advise any person or any matter within its function and subject to Article 31 of the Constitution, monitor the practices and procedures of public bodies to detect corrupt practices and to secure the revision of methods of work or procedures that may be conducive to corrupt practices. Ladies and gentlemen, as leaders in the ICT sector and the Ministry, there's need to demonstrate good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability in the procurement processes.